Hey guys, Hunter Britt with Invictus Fitness. Today we're going to be talking about the front squat. So we're going to talk about just basic setup of it, and then just talk about kind of the movement through it, the benefits of the front squat, and then just how you can take the front squat and apply that to other lifts in your fitness.
Rotating through the hip.
New runner.
So first thing we talk about on the setup is it's going to be kind of hand placement and then the bar into kind of your shoulders, neck area, wherever that feels best. So the hands, it's going to be whatever you kind of like the most. Thumbs around, thumbs not around, it's up to you. I prefer thumbs around for athletes. And then as much of a grip as you can keep on the bar, but still keeping the elbows up. And then you're going to get the bar into your neck as much as you can. All right, if you're questioning if the bar is deep enough into your neck, one, I don't want you choking yourself. So if you can't breathe, it's too deep, all right? But if you feel like it might be out here, a good check is if I can take my hands out and it stays there, then I'm in a good position. If it were to roll down my arms, then obviously it's a little too far out in front of me. And the problem with that is as I actually start to squat, the further out it is out in front of me, it's gonna start to kind of cave me over just because it's gonna feel heavier. So just make sure you're kind of in that nice range there. And a good way to find that also is just start with this, and then I'll kind of show you how it should feel on your shoulders. So that is your first part of your setup. Get your elbows up, get the bar into your neck, take your 1 or 2 steps out. From there, just feet under your hips or shoulders, the same place that you do normally your overhead squat, your back squat, all your squats should be about the same. All right, so toes are slightly pointed out. Your knees will then track your toes and they will stay there the whole time. All right, so in the front squat, it's gonna be pretty much the exact same as your back squat when you're going through this. Your feet are in the same position. The only difference is you might not be sitting back as much with your hips. You'd be sitting a little more straight down as you go down. So your knees might sit a little bit more forward as you go down, to where back squat, we kind of talk more about punching back a little more. So you're going to just knees forward and out, all right? And then butt down and slightly back. And then you'll go as low as you can until you hit a position where you hit your bottom. And your bottom is gonna be where your hips get tight, and then also where your heels can still stay on the ground and the weight can be on your heels in the middle of your feet. All right, at the bottom position, you wanna make sure that you're still keeping your abs tight, your elbows up as much as you can, and then from there, as you stand up, you're gonna drive your head in your chest up and back, and then you're also gonna keep your elbows driving up. That's gonna be the big thing in the front squat, is to keep that driving up, not let it cave forward on you. Right? A big issue in the front squat is people will start to stand up out of their front squat and they'll start to kind of cave over because it gets a lot of heavy weight on the upper back as you lift through that. So 2 ways to help that is what I just mentioned, of driving back on that. And then another tip is if you can get more of a grip on the bar, it tends to help athletes keep the upper back a little bit tighter and not round over so much as they come up through the lift and finish that squat a little bit. And that's gonna be huge when you come up out of a clean on your front squat through that, and you're going into a jerk, to not tire out that thoracic spine at all when you still have to go into a jerk. So outside of the barbell, there are other variations to the front squat that you can be doing. So there's kettlebells and there are dumbbells. The benefits of using kettlebells or dumbbells is generally you're gonna load it lighter than you would a barbell. So it's gonna be a little less taxing on the body. So that's one way you might feel a little bit better in future days if you just train a little bit lighter, but you still get the volume and the movement in of a front squat. And then also, what's good about it is you can probably work around some injuries by using kettlebells or dumbbells, because you can move the weight around, maybe work around a wrist or a shoulder or a lower back injury in some way with that. So the ways you can do these is in the kettlebell, right? So if I'm just doing it for training purposes, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put my elbows out in front again, and I'm gonna get the kettlebell sitting on my shoulders, right? This is gonna make it challenging. It's gonna be easier if I were to put it out here, but I'm trying to train, I'm trying to get stronger. I like kettlebells because it really feels my abs a lot more than I do on a barbell or a dumbbell. My abs really start getting tight, even with 56 pounds or 52 pounds total right now. I'm feeling my abs in these kettlebell front squats. So that's a great variation. And then on the dumbbells, this gets my shoulders a little bit more, but it also is really nice on my wrists if we were having a bad wrist day and I don't want to get under a barbell for a front squat. So hopefully this gives you some new ideas or a new way of looking at some front squats. Go ahead, give something a shot if you haven't ever tried that way before. I hope you enjoy it.